Yard work again today as usual. Here are my planters that I got at Aldi. They were only $19.99 for these box trellis planters. And we put the material that we're going to use for a fence in between each of the planters. And then there will be an archway right here. And as you come through, this is kind of a mess over here. I'm trying to get grass weeded out in between actual plants. So in here and soon, because they're budding, there's some oxeye daisy and all the grass needs to come out around there. And then some of this that looks like grass is actually ditch daylily, which I love, and it's staying there. I have slowly been taking out of pots because I had a container garden. I'm slowly taking out the anise hyssop and planting it in with this stuff. And there's some more anise hyssop. Here is a peony that will be bloomed. It's all pink, light pink. It's a container one. And then I have more peony coming up down here. I have a very big hosta, and there's a lot of thistles that need to come out around that. I have it's Queen Anne's lace, and I have planted some of the purple Dara flowering carrot, so I don't know if any of that's mixed in here yet or not. Chives and honesty. I am slowly putting all of my soapwort that was in containers in here. I got some Sweet William over this way. And then I've put down cardboard to kill the grass in between this elderberry. If you can see, it's coming up around the sticks. It was, a friend brought it over. It was dug up, and so I'm imagining I can cut down the sticks because it's shooting out around them. I have this red bud tree that I'm fighting. We have plenty of red bud trees in the yard, and I don't need this particular one, so we keep cutting it back. But if you can see around it, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me zoom it in. I've got more peony right there, and it's a dark pink. It's very beautiful. And then I have some Rosa Sharons over here, and we'll be mulching around that. I have all of these crates that we got to use as planters, and I know they won't last like super long, but we wanted to get a bunch of the corrugated metal ones. This year we just didn't have the money. We got one off of Marketplace that's in pretty shabby shape, but it's big, and see, there's a lot of rust. It's just doing the purpose for this year. Hopefully we can get all of the new ones next year that we want. But in here we have our sugar snap peas or some tomatoes, and I just planted dragon's tongue beans and some chickpea to fix the nitrogen in here. I noticed that some of the sugar snap peas were getting yellow at the bottom, so that will probably help. But as soon as, the peas are usually pretty fast and they don't like the heat, so we'll harvest and pull them out, and then it'll just be the tomatoes and beans in here. We have tomatoes in here, and there are various types of tomatoes that I've planted together. I don't even know what's what. We've got some peppers in here, one little tomato plant, some onions, and some of these planters. And I've got little tomatoes in here and onions. And then this is a mulched area. That's just planters and mulch. And I've got to replant I put nasturtium in the planters, and I forgot that you're really supposed to like um, sand them down a little bit before you plant them. None of them came up. I do have some in a planter in my front yard that are coming up without the sanding, but anyway, it's kind of a bummer that they didn't. These are Sunstar. I got these at Aldi, and I guess they're only perennial and zone 7 and up. So I'll bring these in for the winter, and hopefully they'll come back next year. This is Anise hyssop. This is also an area of dirt that did not do well. I even put cardboard under here, and there's plantain coming up. And I mean, I can use the plantain, but I wanted other things in here. And the dirt was probably came with the weeds that are in here. And so I'm probably going to just add a little bit better dirt over the top and plant some of these succulents that I have. They aren't doing super well. They were in a little container, so I took them out. But they will do well after taking them out. So I think I'm just going to fill this particular bed with those. All of these containers need to be replanted because they're overflowing with too much stuff, and so I got to take them out and plant them elsewhere. And I'd like to put new dirt in these and plant more tomatoes. I've got some bee balm in here that isn't doing so great. It's kind of I don't know, like it almost reminds me of powdery mildew on the bottom leaves. So I've been taking the bottom leaves off, and I repotted it, and hopefully that will help. I also have bee balm over here that I put in the ground, and that looks a lot better. So I have delphinium starting to bloom. I've got a lot of grass that I always have to keep on top of in this particular bed. I have sage in bloom. I've got speedwell over here, excuse my shadow. And this is my wild indigo, which is absolutely beautiful. Like, I wish everyone could just see it in person because it is breathtaking in person. And then come over here, and I have some cilantro. Oh, this isn't the cilantro. This is columbine. I'm in the wrong container. Here's the cilantro that popped up randomly from reseeding last year. So we're going to use that in something today. This is Black-Eyed Susan, or at least that's what I call it. If it's called something else, let me know. Like, I know I've got Rudbeckia planted too that looks different than this, but they might be related. It's still like a Black-Eyed Susan looking flower, but the leaves are different. I have comfrey right here, and this Alecampane, which is, it has huge leaves, and I'm loving it. So we have a burn pile. It's been so windy this year that we haven't been able to get to this. Someone gave me burning bush, and I hear that it's invasive, but I did plant them. This one didn't work out. I'm not just a meanie that didn't try it, but I do have one that's working out. And so yeah,